to the Daily Show. My name is Jon Stewart. That is the sound of a crowd that does not have access to a television set and has no idea what's happening out there in the world. My name is Jon Stewart. It is Election Day, and we're coming to you live. Corresponding from the studio all around the country. My solemn vow to you is this. We are not leaving here until this election is over. Although, obviously, Family Guy starts at midnight. We do not yet have a projected winner at this time, but as is my custom on election night, I keep the sound off, and I just go and watch to see how we're doing with it off. Let's go over to MSNBC and see their faces look like someone said their sponsorship deal with Warby Parker is over. And then over at Fox, let's take a quick look over. Oh, look at that. It looks like their dad got the court to drop the DUI charges. So, what does that mean? But we've got full team coverage tonight. We've got Grace Coolidge-Schmidt at Harris headquarters. We've got Troy Iwata at Trump headquarters. We've got Jordan Klepper in the swing state of Pennsylvania. First, we're going to go to Troy and Grace. Troy, I'm going to start with you, Troy, at Trump headquarters. What are you wearing, Troy?
It's a garbage bag. Yeah, we have to wear them to prove that we're not garbage. It doesn't make a lot of sense. A lot of stuff doesn't make sense here.
Yeah. Grace, you're at Kamala Harris campaign headquarters. What is the mood there?
It's tense, John, but they're still doing everything they can. They're throwing every last celebrity up on stage, although they are starting to run out of celebrities.
Well, who's on stage now?
Yeah, so they just had on Carrot Top's stepdad and Solange.
Solange Knowles.
No, just a guy named Solange.
The mood here is also very tense, John. People are really sick of all the positive signs and just want to find out the results so they can start the insurrection.
Wait, Trump seems to be doing well. So
yeah, they don't care. Win or lose, these people are going to take a shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk again. They've been eating fiber bars for 12 hours. They are ready.
Thank you, Troy. Troy Iwata and Grace Coolidge-Schmidt, everybody. Oh, look at that! That Grace had a stage manager with her out there. Live, baby! Out there at the headquarters. I don't know where her headquarters are, but she was there. Live. Now, look, I know a lot of people out there are feeling anxious. I want to assure you that is very good for our ratings. So keep up the good work out there. Do not remove your eyes from the TV at all costs. For more swing state analysis, though, we're going to go live to Pennsylvania. Jordan Klepper is out there. Jordan. So good to see you, my man. Now, Jordan, you have been on the ground in Pennsylvania for almost a year.
Thanks, John. I moved here about a year ago, and I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed getting to know these hardworking, salt-of-the-earth, common-sense folk. They're fracking awesome.
Well, now that the election is over, it's probably going to be hard to say goodbye to your found family out there.
Sure is, John. Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just say it's over? Like, the assignment?
Yeah, sure. Jordan, the election, the polls have closed. Obviously, we're going to look at the results coming in from Pennsylvania, but how do you make sense of what we're seeing tonight out of Pennsylvania?
Yeah, absolutely, John. And not only is Pennsylvania a place of historical significance, it's also beautiful. The people, the energy, the foliage. It's going to be hard to say goodbye.
Right, but what issues do you think really moved the needle for voters out there? I mean, you obviously had been living amongst them for a long time. Was there anything that you can put your finger on?
Oh, God, so many things. The Liberty Bell, the Betsy Ross Museum, Gettysburg is here, right? What's the white block? Cream cheese! Such a rich culture I may never leave. Taxi!
But no, Jordan, we all know Pennsylvania, though, could ultimately decide this election, and it has not been called yet. There's a lot of votes downstate, there's stuff to go. Has your experience been that Pennsylvania is representative of our nation's voters as a whole?
Well, in some ways, yes. You have two major cities bookending a rural population. It's a fascinating juxtaposition, and I feel privileged to be able to witness it firsthand. Step on it, pal. You know what? This is too slow. I'm going to take Pennsylvania's vaunted public transportation.
Oh, all right. That seems like a carriage, but Jordan, since Pennsylvania is a battleground state, residents there have been bombarded by texts and emails and commercials and door knocking. Do you think the get out the vote effort worked, or has it paradoxically given residents a negative feeling about elections in general?
No, not at all. I mean, was it a lot? Sure, but it was necessary to uphold democracy. I personally didn't mind it one bit.
Jordan, are you suggesting public transportation in Pennsylvania is a flying cheesesteak?
You are such an elitist.
Well, I apologize, and I hate to ask you this, but I was hoping, while you were there, and I should have told you this earlier, could you pick up some Hershey chocolates for me?
I mean, how about these M&Ms I got from Penn Station, John?
What the heck? Welcome home, Jordan Clapper.
Good to be home.
So good to see you again. Jordan Clapper, everybody. Let's see what's in store for us at the Daily Show Election Center and Michael Costa. Michael Costa!
Thank you, John.
Great to see you.
John, I've got my jacket off and my sleeves rolled up, which tells you I'm doing real work today. I'm not half-assing it like usual. And we've got all sorts of high-tech tools to visualize tonight's results in real time.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort and work into that election center, kind of the neural center of our coverage. You got something like the New York Times needle that tells us who's winning?
Oh, John. All right. There are so many things more to keep track of that are better than who's winning, like voter fraud, which we track through our patented Juliometer. All right? Now, if a few dead people start voting, we see the drip. All right?
I see.
Busloads of non-citizens voting in Philadelphia. Well, now it's really coming down.
I see.
Oh, no, Chinese bamboo ballots all through the brew wall. Now, John, if this drips down into his penis, we're in trouble.
That's okay. I don't need to think about that, Michael. Well, how are we at least tracking the results for Vice President Harris?
Okay, well, for that, we have the Kamalometer.
Well, and what does that do?
Well, nothing. It's just fun to say. Kamalometer. Kamalometer.
Yes.
If she's doing well, we could add some more laws, like, oh, big result in Wisconsin according to the Kamalometer. It's so fun. John, let's say it together on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Kamalometer. You didn't say it. That's okay. More for me.
All right, Michael. Let's just get to the map.
Oh, yeah,
so
the
we
map.
Can...
Okay, the map. The crown jewel in the vote center.
All right. So what's happening on the map?
John, I'm so glad you asked.
Okay.
This is great tech, John. Brand new for this election cycle. The way it works is I can select, let's say, Arkansas and Montana, and then I press this button here, and look, I can make them kiss.
Michael, that's just so stupid.
What? Why? Because it's gay?
What?
John, you're embarrassing yourself, John.
Thank you. Michael Costa, everybody.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't... I have to tell you, though, it really did look like they were kissing. Obviously, look, it's been a long road to the election. To get a better sense of our national mood, we turn to Desi Leidick with analysis... with analysis of all the results that we've seen so far tonight. Desi?
Oh, thanks, John.
We don't. Okay. But we don't have all the results in, so.
Well, so far we have the F and the C and the K and the all y'all. So I'm going to go out on a limb and project a U and fuck all.
But there's still information to come in, and then.
Oh, it's too close to call. Kamala's up in Iowa. I don't want to hear another pollster or James Carville from some subterranean basement in his LSU Tigers hat going, I don't see how she can lose. Now let me just finish my gumbo and
We're going to check back in on you, Desi.
Well, you better make it quick because I'm going to get started on my Project 2025.
Results are rolling in slowly because it's very hard for me to see CNN in the corner of the thing. But we do have a Maryland Senate race result to report. Angela also Brooks, the Democrat, has defeated Larry Hogan. I did not like seeing that. That is gonna stick with me as it goes. But we are obviously digging through the results to find some that you like. Because you were nice enough to come here, and I'm just gonna come here and just shit all over you? No, I'm not gonna do that. So, Maryland Senate. Look at all the little glass half fulls out there. Now, as many of you have seen, one of the great things about this election season has been the assemblage of all these voter panels. We've done one more tonight. We're going to check in now. Ronnie Chang has assembled a voter panel. He's with them now. Ronnie, what have you got for us tonight?
Yes, John, during this election, nobody has gotten more attention than the people right next to me. I'm talking about undecided swing state voters. They could be the key factor in who wins this race for president.
Well, Ronnie, there's no question. I mean, we have followed these undecided voters the entire campaign. So who did they ultimately choose?
No one yet. They're still undecided.
Ronnie, the polls have closed. They can't vote. Just tell them.
Yeah. Look, okay, listen, John, these people have nowhere else to go, okay? They're undecided voters. They're too stupid to live independently. Hey, you guys are great, by the way. You are so important to the process. What matters to you most? The economy, the border, abortion? It's so important for us to get out of the bubble and talk to hardworking, real American people. John, these people are gonna die on the street, okay? They have no jobs, no family, no homes.
But they have no homes?
Oh, no, they've been living in focus group studios for 8 months. Okay? They're broken. Look, I'll show you. Hey there, what do you think of the economy?
I'm cold.
Okay, and you?
Can I have a fruit snack?
Great insight, guys. John, we have to keep them here or they'll be eaten by wild animals, okay?
Yeah, hold on, I'm getting results. It appears to be down to the blue wall states. They haven't been called yet. But we do have some good news that we found here. District of Columbia. Is being called for Kamala Harris, ladies and gentlemen. And to be clear, that was through voting, not insurrection. That was voting. And obviously, doesn't count. But still, you know what? We're going to check back in with Michael Kost in the Election Center. Michael, talk to me now. I want to ask you, Michael, Obviously, we're in a bit of a holding pattern right now. How are things looking for you in the data center?
Well, I'm looking great, John. And as you can see, my sleeves are now almost 100% rolled up. Now, that's a change of 19 inches on the sleevometer just since earlier in the program. It really shows you how hard I'm working tonight.
Working at what?
Well, my frenetic energy, John. It's off the charts. I'm incredibly likable. Oh, wait. Looks like we might be getting in some absentee biceps.
Thank you. Michael Costa, everybody. I've got another batch of results for you. A batch is really a strong word. I have one result for you, and please understand this if you're watching at home, and I'm only giving results of places I can drive to that are. So we do have the result for New York. Kamala Harris has won New York over Donald Trump. Decisive has won 28 electoral. Oh, dear God, I'm sorry. I've just heard, and I didn't even know this was possible, the New York Giants have fumbled it. And now the delegates are back in the hands of Donald Trump. I don't know how that happened, but that's what they told me in the old ear hole, which you can't really see. It's a new technology. You know what? Let's check back in with Ronnie Chang. He's with the Undecided voters. I just want to see how. Ronnie, what the hell? How's it going?
Not great, John. One of the undecided voters snuck a phone in here and found out that the election is over. They all became very distressed, and I had to sedate them.
Ronnie, this is starting to sound less like a panel and more like a kidnapping.
Really? Would a kidnapper order pizza for everyone? Hey, what kind of toppings do you want? Mushroom, pepperoni, I can't decide.
Ronnie, you need to get out of there before the police get there. Ronnie Chang, everybody, get him out of there. Well, a lot of the results have been in, but obviously out west, as we saw with Governor Katie Hobbs, we don't know yet. We do want to check in with Arizona. Around now, I believe the polls might be closing there soon. Our own Josh Johnson is live in Maricopa County, Arizona. Josh, are you okay?
More than okay, John. The day is almost over, the polls are closing soon, and I'm proud to say we made it. American democracy remains a shining beacon for the world, a light of progress in the darkness to which all great nations aspire.
That's beautiful. Beautiful, Josh. Side note, if I may, why are you in armor?
Well, the voting is done, but the vote counting is starting. So I'm here in case the angry mob that is gathered outside the gates attempts to breach the moat and scale the walls of the election center. You know, normal democracy stuff.
It's not normal democracy stuff, Josh.
Checks and balances, John. Okay, one group counts the votes, the other group tries to burn that building down.
It's really not a good way to run an election.
Don't want to cut you off, John, but it looks like it's about to get real democratic up in this bitch, okay? Fare thee well, John of Jersey.
Tell me everybody. Oh, I hope he makes it. Good luck out there, Josh.